Hey everybody, it's Sally360 coming at you with another video. Um, the first part of the video seemed to got cut out when I was trying to edit it, and I couldn't get it back. So pretty much, if you saw the last video, I had trouble trying to figure out how I would get underneath and through the door that was locked. Well, I ended up figuring it out and ended up making my boat fly. Um, the reason why I'm doing this way instead of live is I'm just really sick, and I feel like it's better for me just to kind of talk over right now instead of being distracted, being talking to my friends and stuff. This is just me, like I said, just doing a quick, simple walkthrough. I don't want to say I'm a pro at the game. I've seen some other people online that really are just a beast at this game. But again, please excuse me. I don't know what's going on. I'm pretty ill right now, so I'm doing the best I can. But anyways, my thoughts on the game so far are just great. Um, just love it. I'm pretty sure you can catch me raging out on some of my gameplay, on some of my videos that I've posted up. I think I raged out on this one a little bit, and I was getting frustrated because I was trying to kill someone and almost beat them. And all I needed was like a few more hits, and then every time I keep retrying to beat them, I just couldn't do it anymore. I just ended up losing. I couldn't even get their lives past halfway marker, so it was just all bad for me. I struggled pretty hard. Here I'm just again trying to figure everything out. I remember that there was a chest up here. My aim was not on point. Pretty bad actually. When I was doing this, it was actually like around I think 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And when I was doing it, I still haven't slept yet. I don't know what's wrong with me. So yeah, that's just me when I'm ill. Right here, I'm just trying to figure out how am I gonna get to the other chests that I saw. Some of them I overthink too much. I really do. I've noticed that I tend to overthink the simplest things, but the things that are most complex, for somehow I managed to pull through. For instance, I should just let the elevator drop for me to collect my prize, and I try to stop it. But I'm super stoked that they did come out with the God of War game for the PS4, like finally. Downside about that is I think they could have just waited for the PS5 to come out, because I hear there's so many talks that the PS5 is gonna drop here. I don't know what, next year, if not next year, the year before that. So 2019 or 2020 is supposed to drop. But then again, maybe they did a good thing by making it, by dropping it right now, so that way we have 2 years to wait, and hopefully that makes something. I haven't beat the game yet, obviously, but I'm still doing my thing. I tend to explore a lot on my stuff and kind of just see what I can find. Been with this set of armor that I'm wearing for for a while actually. I've only kept it because it's really helped out with my damage level, and when I play I try to make balance throughout my whole equipment. I've said it before in my previous videos that it has somewhat, not a whole lot, but a somewhat of a it has a somewhat of a Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Neo feel to it. Not not all the way or hardcore where you can notice it, but enough that you have to constantly watch your back, move around side to side. My thing is you can tell when I start doing something different because I'm used to another game. Like for instance, Neo. When you attack, you use your square button to attack and your triangle for heavy attack, and this one it's opposite.
Wait for me there.
It's the R1 button and then L2 button, or R2 button, excuse me. So I'm still not used to that, and then when I use my special, I always tend to hold down L1 and press R1, but then when I try to go for my second attack, I tend to let go of L1 and hit L2. And still hit R1 thinking I'm trying to hit my second special. I mean, I'm just retarded like that for some reason. But it was just something to kind of trying to get used to. It's definitely complex. Those little guys, I hate. Constantly fly around. I mean, they're pretty easy to read. Obviously, you gotta strike them at least once with your bow and arrow from your son, and then you slash and gash, and then hit another one before they. Sorry about that. You gotta hit them with the arrow before they disappear. So I tend to hit them a few times, hit them with the arrow twice. As my arrow recharges, I hit him again, shoot one. I try to keep that same concept going, but you know, like I said, I do my best. The other ones that really annoy me is those little nightmares. Those nightmares drive me crazy. I don't know what it is about them, but I do not like them at all. I don't like the fact that they just float around. But they are, I mean, they can be dangerous, I guess, because they tend to possess people and try to, what do you call it?
I can help?
Together now.
Gives the other your opponent stronger damage and better defense, I guess, and just make them stronger. So, and then it's like you're fighting two demons instead of one.
We're free.
And then when you beat the person that they possess hard enough, they tend to, you know, fly out before they're dead. Now this part right here, it had me going crazy because Zeus right here is talking to me, and I couldn't see him.
That voice again.
And in the last video, you see me walking up. The last time I was here, that Zeus kind of pops up and just starts talking to me. So anyways, this part, I didn't know what I was doing. I thought it was just a regular, well, obviously like a regular fighting stage. What I did not know was these enemies actually put out the fire. Because once you get your boat lifted, it floats up in the air, and I didn't know that. I thought that was just like the regular enemies coming and trying to attack you. But hurry, I'm doing work. Not even putting two and two together. I'm just trying to kill everybody. I'm in my zone, I'm stuck. I'm just like, gotta kill them all, gotta kill them all. And now this part right here, when the boat starts tipping, I didn't even notice or realize that the flame was out. I thought I got hit with an anchor, or there was a heavy, what do you call it? A heavy opponent on the boat that was making it lean. So here I am, not even realizing that the flame is out. So here I am, still doing my own thing, not really paying attention to what's going on. And I realized the boat's still tipping over. And I was like, damn, why is the boat tipping over this bad? Like, what is going on? And next thing you know, this happens. I was like, okay, who fell on the boat? Came to find out, what? I died? Like, what the hell? And so I was so confused. And I think this part right here, he says, you got to keep those flames up. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I didn't think of that. So this time I was more not really necessarily focused on them. And this is why I thought the boat was tipping, was because of that anchor. And as you can see, it kind of tips it over, but not as much as it did when I lost the flame. These guys I hate fighting all the time. It's like they could just powerhouse their way to you, just swinging, and they'll hit you unless you, you know what I'm saying, unless you dodge them. And then you gotta be careful too, because you gotta make sure that when you dodge, they don't have that red circle around them when they try to attack, which indicates you're doing a heavy attack, which is unblockable. So that's one of the things I hate. Some of the enemies that I was trying to fight do that too. It's like they're able to do like a 3 or 4 hit combo and then add that last one at the end. Here we go, taking off the first anchor. Bam. Get it out of here. And then this time I'm like paying attention to my flames. Like, I got this now.
Dad, how long
Trying to
before we
collect
reach
some
the
help items because
As long as
I
we
noticed,
maintain this speed and those fires don't
that
go
was
out,
going
we should
down
be there
and
in no
stuff.
time, lad.
and I'm sorry that I'm so sick. I probably sound super funny right now. My head is like, feels like it's pulsing. My eyes are like chingy, like I'm squinting too much. But for some reason, and that's not to mention I still gotta do laundry. Still gotta go pick up my check and stuff like that. I'm just, today's not like that. But here I am, still doing it. Not caring whether or not I'm getting shot at. I just want to make sure that these flames stay lit, and I'll just kill whoever is by me. Bam. Okay, keep flaming. Get away from the fire. Here I come right here. Trying to make sure these swarm of people don't put out the flames. So that's all I do is pretty much just like rapidly run back and forth, back and forth. See, here's these guys, here's these group of guys trying to burn out my flame. If I remember correctly, there's been a couple of times where I actually burnt it out and I had to hurry up and relight it. Yeah, like right there, that's one part. I mean, it was completely out, right? Nothing was completely out. These two buttheads right here. And they're trying real hard, and I think they throw off another anchor or something. And I tell Chase to shoot that guy, but shoot that guy, because he's just being a nuisance. Real hard for sure. See, okay, that's where they took out the flame. Boom is back up. This time I was paying attention. Here they're trying to blow out the flames and stuff. Like they were not having it. Here they go again, trying to burn it out. Not swing my blade. And boom, they just burn out the flame. So I was able to get back to it. And this comes out. That part I thought I was gonna die. I thought it was gonna fall off or something. Oh yeah, no, definitely for beginners, definitely try to be aware of your surroundings. Try not to be impatient. Like me, I'm just horrible at that. Like, I have bad patience. You know, I've noticed when I play, my fingers are too fast for the controller buttons because I tend to block ahead of time before I get hit, but I guess it just doesn't capture the commands right away because I still end up getting hit, making it like as if my time is low. So I don't know if it's because Kratos is a little bit slower, or I'm going too fast, and it doesn't read the controls. But it happens. Man, this part of the game I was pretty annoyed only because it just took me so long to figure out how to get down from the cliff to get to the ship. That part right there I found hilarious. Like, how are you just gonna have items floating in the center of the crack? And again, this part I'm just waiting to see if whether or not I can get people coming to attack me. And I think I make it on shore, yeah. Oh no, I'm still in one, never mind. See, I don't even remember half the time where I'm at anymore. Maybe it's part that Zeus was talking, somebody was talking, I think. Right here. Here they come again. You get a pretty good amount of waves. But I think I did fight a traveler. Well, I'm not sure, I don't remember. I mean, 2 o'clock was 2 o'clock. My time right now is like 8 something. I still haven't slept. It's crazy. Real crazy. Oh my god, all we wanted to do is just shut up, leave me alone. I don't care. Sorry about that again. Bam, love doing that. See, these guys again. See, right there, that red circle. Dude, you can't even block it. You can block it, but it grazes you if it doesn't hit you again. And I seem to notice that when I play and I get close to like low health, like I don't know, I end up pulling through. Not all the time. There's times where I was like, oh, I'm about to die, one more hit and I'm dead, and I managed to kill like whoever else is by me. So I think that's a pretty good, cool trait to have actually. Sorry guys, just still pretty busy. Oh, this guy just rolls this thing crazy. You really have to get in there. Yeah, he's done now. That's the beauty of it. Once you take control of him, you can move him around and make him fight for you. And then cool, let's do that. Call it good. Give him some more. And then they still jump out. I'm like, oh my goodness, like when does this end? I was like, any other level, like this would have been over and done with already, but this one is like, no, just keep going, keep going. We'll let you know when you need to stop. Alright, go, freeing the boat. And I was bashing the crap out of that circle button too. It's like the game just so intense that you forget what you're doing sometimes.
Look around at what you have done.
And this scene's pretty dope right here. I don't like it because it shows you exactly how you were playing it back on the PS3 when you were kicking Zeus's ass. Love how they just brought that back, and then this part they brought it like first person view, like, hey, you alright?
There's no time. Look.
So I found that very, 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 very great. Boom. Busted. Everything starts rolling now.
I have a plan. Jump.
Here we go. Bump it around. Oh man, my voice sounds so
That
bad
was your
right now.
plan. You're both cracked.
Like it's even hurting the fact that I'm talking and I'm trying to
leaving
give
this
you guys
realm
good commentary
As long as we didn't wreck our
and
way
not
back.
be so quiet and just not have my throat hurt. But dang, this is crazy. Oh, I hate this too. I hate doing this because I guess you got to do them kind of quick because you got to stab these locations like multiple times. There was one that I did that took like I
This is
think
Odin's.
it was
I'd
4 or
recognise
5
his
hits,
atrocious taste anywhere.
and then but during that time that I was looking for him, it was like you had to hit it at a certain time because after that then
It's the missing panel
it
about
just
here.
I don't know, it just doesn't work. But
Odin must have stolen it.
those things just annoy me when you have to look
He
for the
always
area
has
and the
his
talisman
reasons.
just to crack
Might
it.
I have a look? Well, this is most unexpected.
Why? What does it mean?
I haven't the foggiest. Isn't that unexpected?
Head.
Look, clearly that's Tyr.
And then
Traveling
they're talking
somehow.
about the lore
Perhaps magically.
and all that good
What's that
stuff.
to do with the giants that they should devote a shrine to? I'm afraid
I'm gonna lie,
is
the head's
unclear.
pretty funny. He throws some funny comments out there every now and then that just gets you
Not
chuckling.
runes. Symbols from different lands. They mean
War.
aye.
How do you...
This one I know too well.
And they're still talking about the lore. No, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but on the corner right there, like that's
They
the
are
Eye of Ra, I
jewels.
believe. So that's
Like
like
yours.
Egyptian.
No doubt signifying the gift of sight the
And then you
giants
have
granted us.
the
Give me a closer look.
Omega sign that's on God of War. That's almost there. I'm trying to make him look up so you can see it too. But I mean, if you
What is
like
that?
just rewind a little bit, like you can see
Plans concealed by Tyr, so
every
none could
symbol
access
that's
but him. And
posted
those
on
few
there.
others the giants trusted.
and I got
And
another
right
message.
under Odin's nose. Ho, ho, ho. I did promise I'd get you to Jotunheim.
What do you mean, Head? You said we were out of options.
Don't you see, brother? Odin never gave up hope, and neither should we.
I just got a
He knew
message.
there
It
was a
sounds
clue in here, but we're
urgent.
the ones who found it. These plans
I wonder
offer a
what's
key to
going
some chamber
on.
Tyr's
Please
kept hidden.
text or call
I don't know
me
where
when
it's
you get
leading
out.
or what
Thank
we'll
you.
find, but it's a path.
Morning.
How do we make this key?
I suggest we ask a dwarf.
I think I know
Anyways,
just the
so
door
yeah,
that
that's
key
me
goes to.
taking on a
Now
new
about
mission.
water.
I
Remember?
completed a mission and started a new mission. Really, I haven't been tracking on what the name of the missions are called. I just remember the first one, and it's called The Man in His Tree. And that's about it. So my first video is named, like, oh, sorry guys, we gotta get a phone call. Yes, hello. Sorry about that, I just had to take a call for a while, but anyways, it's all over and done. Now back to the gameplay. So what are we doing again? Oh yeah, so I found the chamber thing that we had to go underneath. And Atreus tells you that the whole thing is like upside down, which I didn't even see until like later. I mean, I'm talking about later.
Can
So
we go?
you get to see it.
Yes.
I like this scene right here. Look, this
Very
scene is
well.
pretty dope. It's a good thing about this game too is like when I'm playing, I also forget that I'm
Right, let's
actually.
get back to
Whoa,
Midgard
no,
and see
it's
about
like
making that key.
sometimes I forget
Here's
that
that
I'm playing the
dwarf.
game because the cutscenes and everything make me feel like you're watching a movie. So I forget that I'm even playing the game. I feel like I'm just watching a movie. I'm glad that the developers did that. That part right there, I never clearly understand. I would guess. Oh, my guess is that's the seal that it gets broken from the witch, or sorry, the queen goddess.
Why
There
did
she
you
is
not tell
now.
us Baldur is the son of Freya?
Put the mark on him
He
to like
is.
disguise himself.
It's shocking every time I hear it, and yet obviously I know it. When I think
I mean,
about
that's my
Baldur
guess
and
on
Freya,
why it fades out, but I could be wrong. I'm not the smartest
Yes,
guy in
lad.
the book, so
Freya.
how's that, brother?
Ed, tell me Baldur's vulnerability.
Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to
walking
all
around.
threats, physical or magical.
Wait, what has happened?
I'm very
He is
impatient. as you
bewitched
can
not to
see. I was
speak of what
just
he
like
knows.
ready to run off the branches and
Um,
call it good.
Oh, that's it precisely. I wonder how long that's been so. Since she had my head at her mercy, or back when I figured out Baldur's weakness.
Come here.
Yes, lad.
You just said you figured out Baldur's weakness.
Oh my goodness.
Can you make it?
I really wish I wasn't sick. I'm
Is it a
telling you,
weapon?
it's really killing me.
Armor? Or likewise an instrument of war,
anyways.
of which I'm a master at shaping? No?
This is the first time that you get the
Even
two
if I wanted to make
brothers
such an insignificant goofball,
joined
I'd
in
rather
hand in
keep my
hand,
tools working on something so
which is
delicate
pretty
and
dope.
ladylike.
Then shingle it.
This whole
Have 'em
scene
rub light on
actually
the
is pretty
spikes, lad.
funny.
Keep the layers thin. I'll turn
Very
up the
smart
overlay.
ass like this guy.
Okay, smart guy. And where do you propose to find a lump of quality scap slag? Last
Oh,
time
look,
I
I just
saw
love
one,
it.
I could still get bridges from the south.
Good stuff. I'll let you guys watch.
Shut your mouth. Is that... Where did you...
I had to get my hands dirty.
Well, don't just stand there. Let's do this.
What? You're fine with working on something that's not a weapon?
Oh, hell, why not? What? I can grow too.
Oh, watch the spine. Keep your wrist loose.
No, you keep your wrist loose. Yeah, I need more heat here.
Coming up. You gonna temper that steel longer?
You don't need to. I triple quenched it with Draugr oil. See?
How inventive and sanitary. You clever little beaver. Never too late to learn a new trick, is it?
No, it's not. Yeah.
Here it is.
Nope. Don't forget this. Oh, quit your grinning. It's downright unsettling.
It's just nice to see you together. But now the rune on your brand looks different.
Yeah, price of reforging something what broke.
I knew it. You two love each other.
Oh, cut it out, Princess. You're gonna get me all weak.
I like the new one better. Don't you?
We have work to do.
No. My brother and me got a new project.
What do you want?
With the whetstone and hammer you've retrieved for us, Brok and I can construct the Dvegrathikr, dwarven armor of legend.
We just need 3 more mythical ingredients before we set to hammering.
Which are...
Dunno. Armor's pure legend, and the details is fuzzier than a wolver's butthole.
You expect us to find parts from a legend?
Oh, Motsognir the Dwarf King found 2 of them. Everyone knows that. But when he went looking for the 3rd,
Poof! He vanished. Maybe he'll find some clues at his stronghold in Konunsgard.
and looky here, a Koningsgard entry stone. It's got your name on it. How fucking strange.
And that was the part that I was talking about. I thought it was not the first part that we were just watching, but the second part. That had me rolling the first time I heard that, where he's like, it had your effing name on it.
You'll know
Like,
it when you see it.
what a smart ass. This little guy, I swear to God, I
Older
would
brothers,
stomp him
back in
and
action again.
stomp him into the ground and call it good.
Started.
But whatever.
See such a day we
And this part,
built
obviously, is just
this
me
duo,
looking at the gear
but it
and
feels right.
blah, blah,
Especially
blah,
for
you
this.
know.
Betsy used to build on
end
my
up
own
opening
all
up a
these years.
new,
Almost forgot how dang useful an extra pair of hands
I
here.
guess, location.
I forgot
Yeah,
how much
location.
easier it is to smelt scap
And,
slag with someone else gauging the
I
temperature.
think this is the part that you also get to see me, what do you call it, free my third dragon. So if you guys are looking for where the locations for dragons are, it's going to be on this video. If it's not this video, the next video for sure. But I'm pretty confident that it's in this video. What else? Oh, and you see they do their quest. I've done a lot of the side quests so far. Some of it, yeah, that gives you good gear. Others, it's talismans for your gear that you can add on and stuff like
Please,
that.
it's gonna
So,
sing now.
I bought this gear because I was just like, it's something new. Might as well just try something different, you know. And it went from 4 to level 5 like real quick. So I was like, wow. I was actually impressed how pretty high up I went, and not to mention all the other talismans that I added on to. All these legendary, what do you call it? Armor that I put on. All of them have 3 slots. The last armor that I had, the chest had 2. The arms and the little legs only had 1 slot. So this one I'm doing a lot better. I actually ended up getting my, what is it, my Runic, which is like my magic, I guess you can say. It does amazing damage with my Blades of Chaos. It really turns the heat up, so pretty badass too. If you've seen how my flames looked then to when I was fighting to how they look now here in a minute, like after I'm crafting. Yeah, no, I definitely like the results a lot more. But I've always just been iffy, just trying to put new armor because I was so concentrated on just keeping everything balanced. So this was like one of those moments where I'm just pretty much just trying to figure out the characters, what would best suit me, stuff like that. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Can't upgrade those yet because I can't find the materials, obviously. I believe for me to find the epic materials is in the realm of fire. I forgot how I ended up obtaining
Now about that other thing.
that little Traver talisman or crystal, but I obtained it, so I was actually pretty shocked and wowed. At this point right now, let's see, I should probably know. I think they say you have to be like at least level 4 and do these challenges. So when you do if you ever get there, you'll see like a big old sword that's like just smashed into the bottom of the concrete or whatever. And then those are challenges that you're gonna need to take. I don't know how many challenges you need to accept or do, but I hear that you get a lot of materials that's needed for the epic armories and stuff like that, and you also get the talismans as well as the gear. So I don't know how many stages it is, unfortunately. I'm guessing maybe 3 big ones, maybe 5, who knows. Hell, it could be even 7. I just did the what's it called? Each tower, when you're out in the lake, the Nines Lake, there's each little tower or realms or whatever. I've lit all of them up, and all I'm missing is one. And I think it's in the last video. I'm pretty sure, but you kind of see where what's it called? Where the last I guess castle or temple needs to be to complete the 8th one. But I did it all when I was taking out the travelers, and then apparently if you beat the travelers, you obtain the traveler's armor. I mean, you don't equip it right away, but you can craft it. So, and I looked at it, and it's not all that great. Not really all that impressed, but we'll see what happens. That's the point, right? Anyways, yeah, this is just me, like, still trying to hurry up and figure out what I want to do. But since we're waiting, you guys should definitely let me know what you guys like about the game, what you guys don't like about the game, what do you think, or what do you feel, I guess would be the right word, on how they could have made the game better to those who don't like the game, or see it as like a hot game, compared to us who enjoy these games. So yeah, definitely leave comments or, you know, something. And, you know, oh, and we're back. So this part I was debating, I was checking to see if I needed to collect anything else. Was this the end of the game? I don't know, I just couldn't tell. So this is where I decide to actually go and do the side mission over here. Pretty far away. If I was a smart man, I should have actually used the
This'll be our best work yet.
damn, what's
Just
it
need a
called?
little.
Alright, let me figure out where I was talking about there.
Oh, you're right. Now that we got the key, we can open
The
that
Traveler's
door
Gate.
anytime we
There
want.
we go. That's what I'm thinking of. Because so those are all the other realms that I've unlocked. I think there's 2 more that I need to try to unlock. My friend Angel, when he saw this, he didn't think there was any other more realms that you could unlock. So hopefully, if he's watching, he can see me. I know there's a lot of realms you should block. Go. I go do my thing.
I'm confused. I always heard that Baldur's mother was Frigg.
I remember the first time I went
Well,
into
that's more of
the
a pet name.
chamber where the living tree
Means
was,
beloved.
and that thing
Something
that
Odin
did
called
when
Freya
it
after they
flashed
wed.
like a plane through
Out of
time.
affection at first, or so I like to
Man, it
believe.
creeped me out. I didn't
As
know what it
things
was
turned
when I
sour, it
first saw
became
it.
a way to manipulate the truth.
How so?
Odin didn't want Freya, a
All
Vanir
this
goddess,
stuff.
getting
All this
credit
stuff
for
right here.
anything in Asgard.
Boom! It's like one of
So
those
anything worthy she
scenes from
accomplished
Back
was
to the
attributed
Future.
to
You're
Frigg.
just flying
Like
through
being
the
Baldur's mother.
That's
time or
right.
something.
Freya was Baldur's mother all along.
I came here because when you do a journey to the mountain, there's going to be a way that you can go down and
This'll be our best work
pick up
yet.
your final piece
Just need
for
a
like
little help from
translating.
you lot.
And one of them is like you had to get both of them. Fuck. I hate when I'm sick because I lose my train of thought so much. I'm like, wait, where am I at?
Niflheim. Not sure why
Anyways,
anyone
this was
wants to
part
come
of the
here,
quest.
but here
There
we
you
are.
go.
Smells
So when you
bad.
head up to the mountain, you gotta find a chest with like a baby head or something sticking out of it. It takes you to this realm. It is an achievement. Whether or not you get deemed or punished, I mean, shoot, who knows? Just kidding. No, I've actually seen one guy play this realm, and he says that I think you have to be like at least a level 6, because you'll be taking on some level 7s, 8s, and sometimes 9s. And he goes the best. He said the level really gets you lost really easily, but as long as you stay to like the left side and nothing but the left side, you'll be fine. And you should be able to collect all the loot and all that stuff, and then if you want to repeat it, you can. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So maybe turn it back because I just wanted to get that out of the way. It was one of those
The serpent's already been there and seen it.
side missions that I just wanted to complete
It's a
really
tricky thing,
quickly.
lad. Odin's just arrogant enough to think he can
As
get
I'm
the best.
heading back, then I
Fate is another lie
continue
told
my
by the gods.
quest,
Nothing is written that cannot
and
be
then I'll let you
unwritten.
guys watch
On
the
that,
rest
brother,
from
you and the
here.
All-Father may just
Getting
agree.
really hard for me to talk
Even if he
now.
can't
My
prove Ragnarok,
voice
he
is
still
getting
hopes
so
to learn
raspy.
enough details to
I feel like I'm
influence
about
the
to
outcome.
lose it, and I'm not even
Remind
yelling
me
or
later to
anything.
tell you about the wolves.
I try to come back and talk here and there, but no guarantees, only because, like I said, I feel very ill. So, enjoy the show.
This'll be our best work yet. Just need a little help from you lot.
The key has got to be for that crazy door downstairs. Hidden around the back. Remember? I'm glad Brock and Sindri were able to work out their differences.
Now they are twice as irritating.
Ah, I think it's nice to see them trust each other again. Mimir, you never told us what Magni and Modi had to do with Hrungnir.
Oh, yes. Well, what happened after Hrungnir fell slain upon Thor was that nobody in the court could get the stone body off of him. Thor was no use at this point. His brain rattled, his breath shallow, but none of Odin's men were nearly strong enough to help. Then enter little Magni and Modi, no taller than shrubs. And while nobody but myself was looking, they flipped over Hrungnir's corpse and freed their father. Magni, being blonder, got all the credit, and Modi remained bitter about it from that day to the end, which I don't need to tell you about.
That dragon, that's Baldur's, isn't it?
Yes.
And you brought it down to save me?
It was very heroic. Give him what for?
Another name. Gunnar.
Why the arcane runes? Perhaps we're meant to find some. In Muspelheim and Niflheim.
Come here. Why did you work for Odin if he's so horrible?
It's my career! And if you mean to make your career as a counsellor to kings, you can't very well rule out petty maniacs. Available positions are scarce enough. My first master was a cruel piece of work as well, but I learned through him the enduring power of wit, which served me well with kings and gods alike. I couldn't have been much older than you when I started. A fairy king's errand boy and unofficial jester. And we'll pick this up later.
Another name. Ulrich.
Let's see, my first job. Right. Me and my mates in the employ of a fairy king. By night, my mates and I had the run of the forest. Good fellows, they called us. Knavish sprites to the last. We'd get up to all manner of mischief, making fools of the local mortals. But as long as our lord was kept amused, we were spared the consequences. Then one day he was not amused, and I saw fit to move on. Thankfully, the ages and roads travelled since then have turned me from that merry wanderer into the paragon of virtue you see before you today.
Another name. Hilder. That's all the ones I see. How are we supposed to light the braziers on a tower that's not there?
No, these guys that I'm about to pop out of here, man, they've been whipping me since day one. So it's two big guys with like smashing hammers. They're whatever. I thought these guys were like that. My son's shooting out his summoning. I'm trying to mess somebody up to the point where they can't even move. It's really hard. I mean, not as hard as when I upgraded, but it was hard when I was really hard. No, yeah. But yeah, you can see he's kind of doing some work. I thought I was gonna fight, what do you call it, the Traveler. This wasn't a Traveler spot. Mashing away. And yeah, that's how I kind of did it. Probably not the best executed way, but but I did it. And you collect a legendary, or is it legendary dust realm or dust realm? Dust something. But yeah, I was super happy when I got that, because those guys have been kicking my butt for like the longest time.
There's something down there. Amir, how'd you come to be in these lands?
Lad, there comes a time in every man's life when he changes his name and heads north to make a new start. Well, I can just tell you this story.
So now these guys, I came in rushing full speed because these guys killed me like 6 times and I was mad, so I wanted some revenge. The only reason why they killed me so bad is because I was a level 3 fighting a level 7, so that was pretty nice. But now that I'm semi-leveled up, like I don't have my new armor at this point yet, but I just said, screw it. I'm mad.
Found the healing stone! That looks like it hurt!
Tearing it up. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. He like, did not want to go down, but I got my revenge though. Look, I'm looking at it. Pew!
That was difficult.
Talk about straight up overkill. That's exactly what I do, was overkill them. But, oh well, it was either him or me. And it was definitely not going to be me. I can tell you that much right now. Shoot. I don't know, but it's a fun game, I'm telling y'all, man. If you guys don't have a copy, pick one up. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. But yeah, that was pretty much me. And then this part, I pretty much, what do you call it? Just, there's a little bomb on the right hand side. It's kind of hard to see. But I saw something red, so I've been trying to get at it for like, for a while. but this time I finally got it. It wasn't really nothing special either. Just like a bunch of waste of time. And the reason why I was running back and forth is because I remember a location where there was a bomb that was trapped or locked, and it was protecting the restroom. But I had the wrong location, so I couldn't find it. And I was over here trying to remember and figure it out. Like, dang, where's it at? Where's this? Where's that? So pretty much it from there. I think at this point I start to what do you call it, sail off. And once I sail off, that's when I begin the new journey. I'm pretty sure though.
Damir, how'd you come to be in these lands?
Lad, there comes a time in every man's life when he changes his name and heads north to make a new start. If you live long enough to do this many times over, you might end up as far north as this place. By the time I arrived, I already knew Odin by his reputation, and so I set to demonstrate my worth by coming to him with something I knew he'd value. A mystic well of knowledge. Or rather, I should say, a well of water laced with enough mystic mushrooms to make a god see visions. Oh, he was rightly impressed. Can't say for sure what he saw that led him to try gouging out his own eyes, but I managed to restrain him before he finished the job. Then I persuaded him it has been his sacrifice made for an even higher form of sight to be bestowed. Blah, de blah, de blah, de blah. I used to think he never caught on. But the day he took my eye, I realized he had never been fooled. He knew I'd outwitted him, called the lesson wisdom, and hired me to make sure from then on I was on his side. And for a long, long time I truly was. Doesn't mean he didn't hold a grudge.
Alright guys, this is where I'm gonna cut it. I get to the destination. So hope you guys like the video, let me know.